Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play series for Civilization 6. We are going to be playing on the new Frontier Pass that just launched today, or today as of the time of this recording. It came with it two new civilizations. We got the Mayan civilization, and we got Gran Colombia, as well as a few other changes and kind of adjustments and things like that. There's also a new game mode called Apocalypse Mode. We will not be playing in Apocalypse Mode today. I kind of want to try out the civilizations a little bit more and the basic civilization kind of setup. Apocalypse mode is going to be just a little bit different, a little bit kind of different take on things. So we might try that at some point. I'm not sure. It's not really kind of up my kind of my lane of like how I like to play, but we might try it out at least once. But yeah, we have, like I said, we have Lady Six Sky for the Mayan civilization. We got Simon Bolivar for the Gran Colombia. After some voting on the channel, Lady Six Sky won out. We are going to be playing as the Mayans today, but I'm going to go ahead and put Gran Colombia into the game, and we will be playing them in our next playthrough after we finish the Mayan playthrough. Don't worry, we will very likely have the intention of finishing our Inca playthrough. I was not expecting this to come out this soon when I started the Inca playthrough, or else I might have just delayed that one until this came out. But we're gonna go ahead and we'll finish that one off as well. It may be at a later time slot because this is going to take my primary civilization time slot, but I do expect to still kind of finish up that playthrough as well. We're not going to go anything higher on the disaster intensity than just 2. We're just going to leave it at normal. We will still be able to see some of the new... There's 2 new disasters they have in the game. They have forest fires or rainforest fires as well. Either type of tree, I guess, can catch on fire, presumably. And there's also, I think, meteor strikes or something like that that you can get into the game. We are going to play on Deity. Standard game speed, I think, should be okay. We are going to go ahead and keep it on continents because I'm really hoping to take advantage of the Mayans' kind of city placement, bonuses, and we need a really big landmass to be able to take most advantage of that, which also is why I'm also going to be playing on a large map size to give us a lot more space to hopefully spread out and really take advantage of their bonuses. Everything else is pretty default. You can see here the game random seed and the map random seed in case you do like the map that we start on. Although I will warn you, if we don't like the starting location, like if we're in on the coast or something crazy like that, then we will be doing a reroll, which probably will disrupt the random seed. I'd have to go back later after the fact and find the random seed if we have to reroll a couple times. All right, let's go ahead and get into the game. I think I'm excited. I'm ready for this. This is gonna be awesome. We are gonna be going for pretty sure a science victory with her. I think that is her by far best victory type to be going for.
First of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age. To man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
Lady Six Sky, great warrior mother of Dos Pelas and Wat Cabnal, lead your people into a new dynasty. Let your reach grow long so you may conquer your enemies near and far. The gods will guide you, and you will, in turn, guide your loyal citizens to victory.
All right, so here we are, ready to rock and roll. I love the fact that they just keep getting Sean Bean to do these voiceovers for these civilizations. That's pretty cool. So we have a couple of different abilities here, and we'll probably jump into the game to see some of the more details about specifically the unique unit and the observatory. But we have, and I'm going to completely forget how they pronounced it in the video now, Ixmutal Aja. Sure, we'll go with it. Non-capital cities within 6 tiles of the capital gain plus 10% to all yields. Other non-capital cities receive minus 15% to all yields. So if they're further than 6 tiles from our capital, they're actually going to get a penalty to all of their yields, which is really bad. We want every single city we have to be within 6 tiles of our capital, unless we start steamrolling like a conquest victory or something like that, and then at that point it just doesn't matter quite as much. We also get combat strength bonus to units within 6 tiles of the capital, so it's going to be a lot easier for us to defend our capital as well as our cities that are within 6 tiles. We also have Mayab here. Settling adjacent to freshwater and coast does not provide extra housing. Instead, each farm provides an additional +1 housing and +1 gold. So we're going to get some extra gold from the farms, as well as twice as much housing as we would normally get. You also get +1 amenity for every luxury adjacent to the city center. We're going to be trying to take advantage of that as much as we can, settling our cities next to luxuries. But also the fact that we are not restricted to the freshwater and coast is going to help us with that city placement. The Hul'che here is a archer replacement. And we'll dig into a little bit more about what it has. And the observatory gets bonuses for being next to farms and plantations. And again, we'll see that here in just a moment. Initial observation of our starting location here tells me that we should be okay. Honestly, we are probably going to move next to the luxury resource down here. We might as well. It's going to put us away from the river, but that's okay. That's part of the plan here. We do have maize here, which is one of the new bonus resources. It actually gets us a little bit extra gold here in the start, which is pretty cool. Now, moving down here is going to cost us a turn, unfortunately, but we really want to be next to the luxury resource with as many cities as we possibly can. So I think that is definitely what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and jump up here, and I will show you those two things that I mentioned. We have, where is it? We want to see the observatory. So again, you get +2 science bonus +2 science bonus for adjacent plantations, and +1 science bonus for every 2 adjacent farms or district tiles. So getting the farms, getting the plantation, things like that, we definitely want those around our science centers. And then we'll go back to the Maya and look at their Hul'che. They get +5 strength when fighting a wounded opponent. So we want to wound our opponents, and then they're going to get their extra bonus there. And again, they are an archer replacement. Yeah, and that's going to be a lot of fun to play with. I think that's going to be good. We might do a little bit of early conquest just to make sure we have all the possible cities locations that we want. But yeah, without knowing anything else about this map, right here is going to be our settle spot. So what we probably are going to do is move this guy a couple times. We do have another luxury over here, although... Ooh, mountains. Oh, tundra. Ew. All the negative bad things. Do we re-roll? We know we have tundra really close, which means any cities down here, like if we put the city here, we're going to be getting into the tundra with any of the cities that are down here. And that is not going to be great. Now, they're not going to have the suffering of the issues with housing, you know, that you normally would, because that's not how they get the housing. But they are going to have issues where they're not going to be able to put farms down. We're not going to have very good plantations, or not very good science observatories. I think we re-roll. As much as I was kind of wanting to sit next to these ivory, I think with knowing the fact that the tundra is this close, I think we re-roll. All right, we're going to try this. We may have to do this a couple times to get a good start. But the start is so important for this civilization as much as, if not more than just about any other civilization in the game. So,
From the first stirrings of life beneath water,
get to hear Sean Bean again.
the great
Sorry about that.
beasts of the
On my microphone.
Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
Lady Six Sky, great warrior mother of Dos Pelas and Wat Cabnal, lead your people into a new dynasty. Let your reach grow long so you may conquer your enemies near and far. The gods will guide you, and you will in turn.
All right, there we go. Ooh. Ooh. I already like this start a lot better. I mean, we got a lot of grassland, which is awesome. We got a little bit of plains down here for a future city that would be able to take advantage of that. We start next to a luxury resource. That's awesome. We got potential, we got some bonus resources nearby. No real plant. I guess this would be a plantation, wouldn't it? Or is it? Is this a plantation? I actually don't remember. I think that is. The tobacco, I believe, as well. So I think those are both plantations. Sugar, I think that's a farm, right? Or is it a plantation? I actually don't remember. Wow, let's go look at plantations, because I actually don't remember what all resources get plantations and which ones get other things. Plantations. Okay, so does it tell us here? Okay, placement. Banana, citrus, cocoa, coffee. So, okay, we get all the things that... We got tobacco, yes. Sugar, yes. Spices, yes. We got several plantation spots already within sight. And of course, I'm not just going to completely ignore the fact that we have the Dead Sea over here, which will get us a little bit of culture and faith early on in the game. So that's pretty cool. Now, the question is, do we want to settle in place, or do we want to shift just a little bit? We shift over here to the left. Now, it does lose us a turn. It would allow us to put like a city a little bit easier next to this luxury resource on this side of things. Or we could shift away. Well, we don't want to shift away from the luxury resource. We want to be next to the luxury resource because we want to be able to put our observatory next to the luxury resource and put farms all around it. We might chop some of these cattle. I mean, you know what I mean. Consume some of the cattle. Because, like, if we put observatory here, we could put farm. Maybe get rid of the deer as well. Put farms here. Have that plantation there. That might work. We could put the observatory down here and do a similar type of thing. Something of that nature might be pretty good for us. If I was going to do that, I would want to move the city maybe across the river. Could also put the observatory here. I think we can make the observatory work in any of these spots, to be honest. So I don't know if I have to get too caught up. Honestly, observatory here, get rid of those cows, lots of farms. That might be really good for us. Yeah, that might work pretty well. In fact, we could put another observatory right there. So observatory here, observatory there. It will be able to double up on these farms, both of those observatories. And they'd already both be next to plantations and stuff like that. So that actually might work really well. All right, let's move our warrior. And just get a little bit idea of a little bit more stuff. We got a volcano. Tundra again. Okay. We are going to have tundra again. And I do not... Obviously, we don't like that. I'm sorry. I keep bumping the mic. I got to stop touching my face. Hey, COVID stuff, right? Don't touch your face. Even though I know I've been at home for days. And wash my hands regularly. Oh, man. I really love this part of the start. I really hate this part of the start. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we would be a couple tiles into the tundra, which isn't a ton. But, man. I don't know, guys. This one's a tough one. There's some really good stuff right here. And obviously the Dead Sea this close is pretty awesome. Although, I mean, it's not like the tiles are the most amazing thing in the world. Although it does allow other units to heal completely. They stand next to it, which will help us with defense. Plus the fact that we have tundra down here, we know that we don't have any enemies down this way. Really want this start. What I might do then, I may take the one turn, move across the river to give us a little bit more space. Because if we move here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we would only be like one, a little bit into the tundra down here. Which wouldn't be the worst thing if we put like a city kind of in this range. That might not be too bad. And that may be about as good as it's going to get. Honestly, we keep getting tundra. Like I said, I really like, we have 4 plantation spots within, this one city's, that we can see with the vision of this one city. Which is really awesome. Yep, I think we're going to keep this. I think we're going to, let me know what you guys think, if this is a mistake or not. But I think we're going to move across here. What we could do, if we're going to take the turn to move across the river anyway, we could take another turn and move up to here. Problem is that... Oh, no, we can still put a city over here by this luxury. That might work. Because if we're going to waste one turn anyway, moving one more turn up to give us a little bit more space down here probably would be okay. All right, let's move up here. Ooh, we got desert as well. Not ideal. I know I'm doing a lot of discussion before we've even placed our first city, but the first city for the Mayan civilization is so critical. Yeah, I think we settle next to the tobacco here. We've already lost one turn. This would not cost us another turn to settle here. And I think that's going to be a good move for us. Won't give us room to put a city here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll be able to put a city next to this tobacco. So, yep, right here. I think this is going to be fine. I mean, we're right next to the river, but who cares? It's not going to give us any extra bonus or anything. I mean, this right here is going to hurt us on the farms and stuff next to an observatory, but... All right, we're going to go ahead and we definitely want to work our way up to the Hul'che because that's always good. We may start with animal husbandry, but we also want to get our plantations down as quickly as possible. We also want to get our observatories down as quickly as possible. I think I'm going to, I think I'm actually going to start with pottery and be ready to take writing. If we meet another civilization, we may take writing first. Really get an early observatory down as soon as possible. All right, let's go ahead and go to the scout. Typical start. If we were just, honestly though, if within the first 15, 20 turns, we still feel like we're just not anything good around, like we're in a really bad place still, we may still restart again. I reserve the right to restart. We do need to get a little bit of vision around here. We need to at least get 6 tile radius around our city here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right here, we just come up right by this mountain. And we'll just do like a 6 tile radius to see what we're dealing with. Okay. Well, it's going to be sad if we find some really good tiles just outside the 6 tile range. Although the city itself only has to be within 6 tiles. It's okay if there's some tiles outside of the 6 tile range. We just can't put the city there. 6 tiles is not a lot. I mean, still plenty of room to put. I think somebody did the math that if you just absolutely did it perfectly, you could still get 12 cities within 6 tiles, but it's still not a ton. More mountains. I mean, the mountains can help our observatories a little bit as well, right? So, although not single ones by themselves, not so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just want to make sure I can get the vision of the 6. I'll just keep checking that. Okay, we're going to get flooding, so, I mean, that's a thing. It's going to help us. I mean, our farms on the floods are going to be better, I guess, so not the end of the world. Here a second, we might come around these mountains, circle back around. I mean, so far I feel pretty good. Again, this just these cities down here are just going to be not great, but I think we can still be okay with them. I think we're going to make it work. They'll have to put their observatory on like the northern part of their city, be able to surround it by farms, but I think we can make it work. Now, if we get a whole bunch of desert over here, obviously it's a problem. We definitely want to get a builder out pretty quickly, because that's what's going to help us get farms down. Let's do that. Hello there. I mean, close, but be worried about. I'm going to move you Slinger up here just to help out a little bit. Oh, we're going to go get the Goody Hut first, just in case it gives us something that will help this situation. Hello, Sumeria. Wow. Sumeria, obviously someone who also is very good at science, so it could be a bit of a challenge for us. My Goody Hut. Gives us foreign trade. I like it. And knowledge of bronze. Oh, nice. We have met a new civilization, so that's very, very convenient. And a new continent, haven't we? So both of those are going to be really good for us. There's our pottery. Allows us to harvest bonus resources. Gives us the access to the Great Baths. Floodplain tiles along the river containing Great Bath are now immune to flood damage. It's a lot of housing. I think we're going to have plenty of housing, to be fair, but tempting. Oh, there's not really a way to get through here, huh? Okay. That closed off. I mean, this could make a little bit of a challenge with the mountains here, but we might be able to make it work. Okay, let's go ahead and go for the observatory. If we kill a unit with a slinger, which we still need to make a slinger, then we can drop back down to the archery stuff. I really want to get an early observatory down, though. I haven't exactly figured out where I'm going to put it yet. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, a little bit of vision past the 6 is good because it helps us get a little bit more. Oop, somebody's right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I bet that's a Gilgamesh right there. He could be a good Gilgabro, but he could also be somebody who's just in our way of where we want to build cities. That's super close. Honestly, if we can block off kind of his path into our territory, we might be able to reserve a lot of this for ourselves. We gotta settle that direction though pretty quickly and be ready to fight him off because he's gonna come at us pretty hard, I bet. Alright, go ahead and take your promotion. Yeah, we'll take battle cry. It's gonna be okay. Oh, that's not even Gilgamesh. Oh, ho, ho. Hello. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, probably gonna have to clear out your city, my dear. I am so sorry. But we claim all this territory for the Mayan civilization. We'll take discipline, and then we'll take the God King because we definitely want to at least get a Pantheon. Right, I remember the name of it. We'll take foreign trade. We've already got the boost. That's gonna be good. Bring our warrior back down, get him healed up for a tick, and then we'll send him back out again. Come down here, see what's down this way. Lots of hills over here, which, I mean, doesn't stop us from doing farms, but slows us down a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more tundra. A little bit closer than I thought. We still only have that one desert tile, so that's not too bad. Tundra does look worse than I had originally thought it would be. Well, we'll finish this off. We'll get the full picture here in a second. There's Tomris's unit. Okay, warrior. I guess you can start sneaking down here, helping this scout out real quick. All right, so we got our early builder. We are going to want to start putting some farms down. Are we already housing capped? Yeah, we already have housing. That makes sense, but I just want to double check that that's what I thought it would be. So the farms over here are going to be good. So, but farm there it's not possible. Still wondering if a observatory here would be okay. Observatory on the hill. Farms all around. We're already going to put a farm there anyway. Yeah, that might work out all right. Although I was thinking about putting the observatory down this way, but that desert kind of throws that off, doesn't it? No, I think observatory here is probably okay. So that means none of these tiles that we can have access to. We don't have access to the tiles that I want to put stuff on, farms on, I should say. So we just put a farm down just to have it. Maybe. I'll also put the observatory over on this side. I mean, doesn't even if it's next to the city center, that actually would help still as well. We don't have to have farms completely around it. That would be okay. We could put the observatory here or even here and just put a district there on the desert, which actually we maybe do anyway. So it doesn't have to be a farm. A district would work just as well. And if we were going to do that, then a farm right here would actually help us out. I think that actually might be what we do. I'm going to go ahead and put a pen down. And I'm going to say that we're going to put our observatory there. Farms all around. It's going to be next to a mountain, which... Remember, what does the mountain do? Is it just 2 mountains that you have to have? Or is it every one? I actually don't remember. Or do mountains not help at all? I thought mountains helped. Huh. Do normal campuses get help from mountains and we just don't? Oh! So we don't get the bonuses to mountains at all. I didn't think about the fact that it was less. I mean, don't get me wrong, the farm and other things are great. I just didn't realize that we don't get credit for mountains. Okay. Well, so we want to stay away from the mountain then. So observatory here might be better because we can do farm, plantation, get rid of the cows, put farm, and a district there. We don't want to be next to mountains, apparently. They're saying that we should. That's weird. Can I look at you and just see what day? What are you? Oh, I got one more turn. There. Oh, because I just put that there. I was thinking that was... Ignore me. It's been a long day. I apologize. Still trying to keep this going, but it has been a weird day. Normally I wouldn't record on a day like this, but this released. I have to record. It's amazing. I'm gonna be very slow with my placement, aren't I? Because it's just so critical, so important. Got a plantation over here. I could do farms around. That might be just as good, if not better. We could save some of this stuff over here for a different city, honestly. So maybe observatory here, farms around it. Plantation, get rid of that, chop that. That could work. Yeah, actually that could work pretty well. So let's put that there. Let's just consider that as an option. Then we can put an observatory on the other side of this thing as well, or something, or down there. Some effect of that nature. All right, in that case, let's put you farm here. Gotta get the food, we gotta get the gold. Farm going. I think that's gonna work out for us. All right, great bath would be useful. Housing, some amenities, things like that would be awesome. We are gonna get, you know, Granite could be good at some point. I think we just need to knock out a settler as soon as possible, though. We've got to start staking our claim on our territory. Tundra is so close. I'm not happy with how close this tundra is. I mean, this down here was already closer than I wanted it. This is a lot closer than I wanted, so... let's start working on animal husbandry. I want to be ready to get the archer, because I have a feeling we're going to get some attacks from our neighbors here. So much time. I mean, there's so much good land up here, though. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are going to be smack dab in the middle of this tundra. I mean, we could put a city right there. It'd be next to the luxury. But I don't know if I want it there. We're still early in the game. I'm about 26 minutes in, though. So I'm like, man, it feels bad just restarting. I mean, the Dead Sea is not the most amazing natural wonder to have nearby, to be fair. So maybe we don't care about re-rolling and just losing that. I'm just afraid this is too much tundra. It's too close. All right. Apologies for the you know, what I'm going to do is, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save this game. Sure, we'll save, whatever. And I'm going to restart because I just feel like that tundra is too close. And I apologize if this throws anybody off and everybody's like, turned off. No, how dare you restart so many times. But now that we know how close that tundra is, it just feels too close.
To the great beasts of the Stone Age.
But if we get here's what I'm gonna do. If we get a worse start this time, I can't restart like the entire day. That's just ridiculous. But if we get a worse start this time, I may go back to that save and just be like, okay, fine. We'll settle for that. It's gonna be fine. We had 4 good plantations nearby, which pretty solid. But not being able to put farms on the tundra and stuff is gonna be very painful. Come on, give me something good. Give me just the most amazing start ever. All right. I mean, dyes are plantations, right? Plantation. That one's not. That's a camp. But I mean, we at least got a couple plantation sites. It would be amazing if we had like 2 plantations within a tile of each other that I could just drop a city down, or a observatory down the middle. I mean, gut instinct, initial instinct, I should say, looks okay. I'm liking it so far. Lots of stuff to chop, which might help us out anyway. Yeah. Let's try. I mean, I really need to see the north and south, because I think the east and west is less relevant. That's not really going to give me any things. I mean, we can make some assumptions about rivers, lots of grassland. Jungles. Jungles are usually more towards the middle of the world, kind of around the equator, if you will. So that can kind of give us some clues. Question is, do we settle in place or do we move? This is plains, which is going to give us a little bit extra production. Now, we do lose the jungle, which we can't chop because we settle in place of it. But could work. These are plantations, right? Like, I'm not just making that up because just forget which one's plantation. I assume they are, right? I mean, what else could they be? Yeah, they're plantations. Okay. Most of the luxury resources that are like plants are plantations, is my assumption. So I may be missing something that it's not, but I think that's what it is. All right, so settling on Plains Hills, usually a really, really good thing. It's going to be right next to the truffles right away, get some early gold. Some good places for observatories over here. After we could probably put observatory on the hill, observatory on here. I'm liking this so far. I'm liking this so far. All right, we're going to do the same type of research. Go from that. Let me know, guys, what you think in the comments below. I mean, should I have rerolled that second time? Is this a better start so far? Obviously, we still got a lot to learn, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is okay. All right, no tundra down here yet. So far so good. We may have less plantation though. Is that worse for us if we have less plantation spots? I mean, it does ultimately mean less science, right? So, Betty Hut. we can get at least one more plantation, like somewhere in this area, I think I'll be okay. Because we had 4 at the other place. We get at least 3 here with a better start as far as not having tundra. I think I can live with that. Lots of truffles. Wow. I mean, early builder again, I think is critical. Bananas. Bananas, are they plantation? Right? Yes, aren't they? Yeah, there we go. I mean, it's not a luxury, but it is still a plantation. That's good. So that's 3 plantations within, you know, range of our first city, basically, within range of where we're going to put all of our new cities. That is really good for us. And it's possible there could be more bananas since we have jungle, so might work out. We got some maize. Lakes up here. Okay, okay. I'm feeling pretty good. City state within range. Like, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, that could interfere, but we could always take a city state out. City states are easier to take out than normal cities, right? So, or normal civilizations. Usually. So far. Oh, another city state. Oh, it's a science city state, too. Another plantation spot. So, we might be able to keep this plantation, actually. Or this city state, I should say. What do they give us? +2 science from each great work. A variety +1 science from each relic and artifact. Not bad. Pretty good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We might be able to preserve you. Still, I think, like I said, I think so far this start is looking better. We don't know the whole story yet, but it's looking better. We haven't met another civilization yet. Let's come down here to animal husbandry. Knock that out. Jade, okay. I mean, it's a thing. More bananas, some more plantation. Okay. We have a lot of plantation spots around here. So this is going to be good. Met another civilization. Oh, Gandhi, too. Have to worry about nukes later in the game. He's pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He might infringe on a couple of the cities over here. Especially if he starts aggressively expanding towards us, which is very probable. But, I mean, we have a little bit of space. We can save him for later in the game to take out, but he definitely looks like he's going to be within our 6-tile radius. He's right next to the Matterhorn. Okay, I mean, we get combat strength for putting our units next to it. So, when they fight in hills, that is. So that could be still good for us. Oh, more plantations. Nope, this is a good start so far. I think we can make use of this pretty well. A little bit of... actually, these mountains will help us, you know, him not be quite as aggressive against us, I think. All right, so probably observatory here. Yeah, I think. Next to the plantation, probably observatory here. Just right next to each other. Might as well take advantage of each other. And then farms all around. So if that's the case... and then city 1, 2... Oh, city up here is going to be hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. It had to be right here next to this lake, it looks like. Wait a minute. I forgot the truffles over here. 1, 2, 3. Next to one of these two. You know, we'd have to put it over here somewhere. Okay, we can't put it there. We can put it right there, though. Something like that might work. So anyway, all that to be said, farm goes here. Was kind of the moral of that story. Let's go ahead and get us a slinger out. We're gonna... Well, no. Let's get a settler out. We need to get early settler. Let's start coming down a little bit. We got to get this border figured out. I'm going to come around here, but this mountain's continuing for a while here. All right, we definitely want that. Still, we want to go for the Pantheon. All right, we have the booster riding. Let's grab riding, get their observatory down as soon as possible. Go ahead and get foreign trade going. Circle around here. More plantation stuff. I mean, again, it's going to be hard to get it within 6 tiles, but we'll see how that works. All right, we're going to put a cut in there. I think this third start is better than the first two. That second start was borderline. It was pretty good. But this third start does look a lot better so far. We've already got 2 city-states, which is awesome. Mumbai, Gandhi's not going to be too much trouble early in the game. I mean, once he starts getting some of his elephants and stuff like that, we might have to worry about him. But he's not really a huge science threat usually. So, although actually I have seen India do some pretty good stuff with science, to be fair. So maybe I'm underestimating him. I think we're going to be okay with him, though. Definitely think he's better than Sumeria to go against, to be fair. Let's put it that way. Lots of plantations, lots of stuff. No tundra, no desert so far, so lots of places for us to settle. A little bit of mountain stuff that could cause some problems, but we'll figure that out as we go. But I think this is the best start of the 3 so far. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the comments below. But we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this or are looking forward to the rest of this playthrough. I do appreciate it. Thank you and goodbye.